Hello, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we want to analyze the poem Once Upon a Time by Gabriel Okara. Just a short description of the poet. Gabriel UTME Okara was a Nigerian poet. He was born on 24th April 1921, although some sources claim it was 25th of April 1921, and he died on 25th March 2019. Let's quickly dive into the summary and the analysis of the poem. Okay, welcome back. We shall quickly begin with the summary of the poem. Once Upon a Time, a poem by Gabriel Okara, is a poem that decries the insincerity and the dishonesty in social relations among people. The persona addresses his son in a long speech, which makes the poem to be considered a dramatic monologue. It tells the son how people used to relate with one another honestly and genuinely in the past. But now, they relate with one another in pretense. They pretend to be friendly, but secretly cold and mean to one another. He also tells the son how he learned to be insincere in the way he relates with people and wear pretentious faces. The persona is aware of the evil in this kind of social interactions, so he wishes he could go back in time to those old days when people were sincere and honest with one another. That's the summary. Let's go to the stanza by stanza analysis and the interpretation of the poem. But before we do just that, is this your first time on this channel, or you've seen videos on this channel before? Kindly support the channel. Just click on the subscribe icon on the right side below. Turn on the notification bell. This will encourage me and get you notified when I upload other videos. Thank you as you do that. Now, let's return to the lesson. Once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. But now they only laugh with their teeth, while their eyes block cold eyes search behind my shadow. In stanza 1, the persona begins in a storytelling manner. Once upon a time, he narrates how people used to laugh wholeheartedly. They laugh genuinely from the bottom of their hearts. But now, their laughter do not come from their hearts. They just show their teeth, pretending that they are laughing, while their eyes suspiciously search for what is not supposed to be. In stanza 2, lines 7 to 12, there was a time indeed. They used to shake hands with their hearts. But that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hands search my empty pockets. In stanza 2, the persona also remembers when people used to shake hands with genuine display of friendliness and from their hearts. That is now gone. Now they shake hands without real affection. The level of the pretentious warmth they show depends on the worth or influence of the person they are greeting. In stanza 3, lines 13 to 18, feel at home, come again, they say, and when I come again and feel at home, once, twice, there will be no thrice, for then I find doors shut on me. In stanza 3, these people pretend to be hospitable and kind by telling the persona to feel at home whenever he visits them. They even tell him to come again, but when he visits them again, and probably for the third time, they shut the door on him. In stanza 4, lines 19 to 24, so I have learned many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces, like dresses. Home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles, like a fixed portrait smile. In stanza 4, the persona who is not like them now learns to be like them. This is not surprising because as human beings, we unconsciously change in the process of adapting to our environment or the society. He now learns to pretend when he relates with people by wearing many faces and their pretentious smiles. In stanza 5, lines 25 to 32, and I have learned too to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance, to say glad to meet you without being glad, and to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. The persona further tells us how he has learned to behave exactly like others, to laugh pretentiously and shake hands without affection. He learns to say goodbye But in his heart, he means good riddance. Good riddance could mean go to hell, among other things. He learns to say glad to meet you when he is not glad to meet the person. And after a boring conversation with people, he lies and says, it's been nice talking to you. At this stage, he has totally changed. He has now imbibed the dishonest ways of lives of the people around him and practices this dishonesty every time he meets a stranger. In stanza 6, lines 33 to 39, but believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these mutant things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh, for my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth like a snake bear fangs. In stanza 6, the persona shows how much he dislikes such dishonest and fake lifestyle. Here, he begins to express how nostalgic he is. He wants to turn back the hands of time and be like the innocent son he is addressing. He wants to unlearn the hypocrisy he has learned in the society while growing up and relearns the honest ways of life of the children who have not yet been corrupted by the society. He wants to relearn how to love with the whole of his heart, genuinely, and not for outward show. In stanza 7, lines 40 to 43, so show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. In stanza 7, he now tells the son to show him how to laugh real laughter, the way he used to laugh when he was small. The word show in this stanza is euphemistic. He should have used teach, but it will belittle the adult who now wants to learn from his son. Hence, show is used to reduce such effect. Okay, that is the stanza by stanza summary. Let's go to the setting of the poem. The physical setting of the poem can be described as universal, as the abnormalities that are described in the poem are not limited to a particular place. Also, names of places and people which could give us a clue to its geographical setting are not mentioned in the poem. The temporal setting is not also specific, but we could infer two periods of time, then and now. Then and now are the two periods of time mentioned in the poem. These two periods of time are significant because they show the differences in human behavior and how much the society has derailed from moral virtues. Let's look at the themes of the poem. The first theme I want to discuss is the theme of nostalgia. Nostalgia means yearning for the past or to reminisce one's childhood. This is evident from the first stanza of the poem when the persona begins with the phrase once upon a time. This nostalgic feeling becomes obvious in stanza 6, where the persona says, but believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. He does not hide his resentment for the experiences of adulthood. He would turn back the hands of time if given the opportunity. The second theme is loss of innocence. The persona's feeling of nostalgia about his childhood can be traced to the innocence of being a child. Children are innocent and hardly live pretentious lives. They play together, laugh with their whole hearts and eyes. This signifies genuine love and happiness. They accommodate one another. Even when they fight, they quickly reconcile and continue their friendship. This childhood innocence is lost in the lives of the adults, and that is why honesty is missing in their relationship with one another. The next is the theme of innocence and experience. The persona juxtaposes innocence and experience in the aspect of social relations among people. In the past, people showed true feelings. They laughed with their whole hearts and greet one another with genuine friendliness. But that is not the case now. Stanza 4 shows that the persona was innocent and he has to learn the bad ways of the people, probably because of what he has experienced in stanza 3. Stanza 4 and stanza 5 signifies a shift from innocence to experience, a shift from honesty to dishonesty. The next is the theme of insincerity and duplicity. The major characteristic that sets the adults apart from the children is the insincerity of the adults in their interaction with one another. Their words, greetings, and laughter are insincere and deceptive. In stanza 4 and 5, the persona tells us about his double-dealing lifestyle, how he wears different types of faces to suit different situations, and how he lies to people whom he interacts with. The next theme is the theme of social conformity. We humans, as social animals, are not independent of our societies. If care is not taken, a person is likely to unconsciously imbibe what is going on in his immediate environment, whether good or bad. At the beginning of the poem, we can infer that the persona has not joined the people with their dishonest ways of life. Hence, the use of the pronoun they instead of we. Taking a closer look at stanzas 1, 2, and 3, we see that the persona has been a victim of the people's insincerity. But in stanza 4, he has also joined them by conforming with their society. He has learned to behave like them and do things that they were doing to him to others. The last theme here is the theme of ethics in social interaction. The poem indirectly criticizes insincerity in social relations with one another. Being unreal is an unacceptable way of relating with people, and that is why the persona, even though he is also guilty of it, wants to unlearn it and relearn how to be true in his words, greetings, and hospitality. Although he cannot become a child again, he wants to learn the ways of the children, which is devoid of insincerity and dishonesty. Let's quickly go to the literary devices used in the poem. Number 1, we have simile. Lines 20 and 21. I have learned to wear many faces like dresses. That's simile. In line 24, we have like a fixed portrait smile. That's simile. And then line 39, like snakes bear fangs. The second literary device we want to look at is alliteration. That is the repetition of the same consonant sound. In line 33, we have but believe me, son. So, but and believe, the BB that begin those words, but believe, is alliteration. Line 40, so show me, son. So, the repetition of the C sound and the related sound as well, the she sound. So, show me, son. So, that is also alliteration. Number 3 is metaphor. Metaphor is an indirect comparison, and then we can find that in line 5. Eyes block code eyes. Here is simply comparing the people's eyes with eyes block. Like the eyes are as code as eyes block. So we have eyes block code eyes. That is metaphor. Lines 21, 22, and 23, all the faces, home face, office face, street face, etc. These are also indirect comparison. They are metaphorical. Number 4 is irony. That is when a writer or a speaker means the opposite of what he says or writes. In line 28 and 29, I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. It actually means the opposite. So that is ironical. Line 30, 31, to say glad to meet you without being glad. Yeah, you say glad to meet you, but you mean the opposite in your mind. It's ironical. Line 31, 32, and to say it'd be nice talking to you after being bored. So all these are ironical. In number 5, we have repetition. Once upon a time is repeated in line 1 and line 43. And words such as laugh, shake hands, heart, teeth, son, learn are repeated several times in the poem to show the kind of social aspect in which adults are not sincere with one another. Number 6 is euphemism. Euphemism is in line 40. So show me, son. The verb show is euphemistic as it is used in this poem. The persona could have used teach, but in order to reduce the effect of the negative implication of a child teaching an adult how to be sincere, the verb show is used instead. Number 7 is cliché. The poet uses some popular words that are common in social interactions. These words have been overused and therefore are regarded as clichés. Examples of these words are come again, feel at home, glad to meet you, nice talking to you, goodbye. Even once upon a time is becoming a cliché. Actually, it is. Number 8 is symbolism. Some words are symbolic in the poem. For example, sun symbolizes innocence. The adults symbolize experience. Sincerity and genuine emotion are characteristics of the sun, while deception, insincerity are the characteristics of the adults. Number 9 is allusion. The opening expression, once upon a time, alludes to the way stories are started when they are being told. Number 10, which is the last device here, is what we call enjambment or run-on lines. Enjambment is a technique in poetry whereby a sentence is carried over to the next line without a pause. Stanza 7 is a good example. Let's see what's there. So show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. So you can see that the sentence does not finish on a line. It goes into the following line and the next and the next. This is what we call enjambment in poetry. So we have many examples of enjambment in the poem if you check the poem all through. And here we shall be calling it a day. Thank you for watching the video. I believe it will help us to understand the poem better, especially those of us who are preparing to sit for WAEC, NECO, and JAMB in 2026 and the years after. Do not forget to support the channel, subscribe, drop what you feel about the video and the channel, and do well to share this video with your classmates and friends. Thank you. Bye-bye.